Audrey's in Lansing, Michigan. Hey, Audrey, what's up?
Hi. Thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Sure. How can we help?
So my husband and I are facing a little bit of like a moral dilemma. We were just kind of looking for an outside opinion on it. So we work at the same place right now. It's a family business in the sense that a lot of my family works there. Most of the people who work there I'm related to. We make a low income there right now. And it's not what either of us want to be doing long term. I really want to go to college, and he wants to be a chef. But if we leave them, we're leaving them in a really bad position. This our business that didn't do well last year, so we're just wanting to make sure that we're not being selfish, or just trying to navigate what's the right thing to do.
Okay. Does your family or his family own the business?
No, my uncle is the manager of this part of the business. The business as a whole, my family does not own.
Okay. All right. So that would relieve a lot of moral dilemma. I'm not sure there's a moral dilemma anyway, but anyway, it would relieve a lot of the relational pressure. It's not you're not harming your family. Only the company needs your help, but they can't afford you anymore.
Yeah, we make enough to where
they never could have
bills.
afforded you because you make a low income.
Yeah, we can pay our bills.
You told me you wanted to
okay.
leave because you had a low income. Now don't back out on it.
Yeah,
that's what you said. I didn't say it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
How old are you guys, Audrey?
We're both 22.
What do you make?
A little under $4,000 a month.
Each?
Combined?
Combined. I can only work 2 days a week. I have a 1-year-old, so I'm at home with him most of the time.
Okay. So they're going to lose a part-time employee that they hardly pay anything. And they're going to lose an employee that's 22 years old.
Yes, sir.
I think they'll be okay.
Okay.
Where are you feeling pressure, Audrey? Have there been conversations, or you guys are just reading the story and thinking, oh gosh, if we leave? Or is there outside pressure? Is there anyone else in the family that's like, no, Audrey, you can't do this move?
Not really in that sense. It's just a lot of people have left recently, even though it's such an amazing business environment and everyone's awesome. It's just a lot of people have left, and we don't want to be another couple of people to, I guess, hurt everybody, because when people leave, everyone else has had to pick up so much of the slack. We just don't want to be.
I hear you. I hear you, and I commend your selflessness, your heart around this. I think it's a very gracious mindset that you're in. But also, Audrey, you and your husband need to go live your own lives. If this is a decision that you guys want to make for you all, you can't be dependent upon how everyone else is going to feel in your life. There's a point you have to get that and that's not being unkind.
Audrey,
the way you leave could be unkind, right? So you can be gracious in how you do that. But the decisions you make in your life, they have to be for you.
Lots of notice, with a smile, with gratitude for the time I've been here. And but I want to give you plenty of notice so you could, because I know we've lost some other folks, and I don't want to leave you guys in a lurch. So we're going to give you a lot of notice, maybe a month notice instead of 2 weeks, or instead of 2 minutes. Okay, so that's a lot of class. And the second thing's I got a lot of class on. It's just gratitude. Thank you so much for what you've meant to us early in our lives here. And then, can I have permission to be mean for a second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If this business is dependent upon a 22-year-old and a part-time 22-year-old to make it, it's not going to make it. If you're the last thing that when you step out causes this thing to fold up like a tent, it wasn't going to make it anyway, honey.
Yeah, I think they will. I think we're probably just.
Yeah.
Y'all are being very sensitive.
Yeah, you're just being very sensitive.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to say there is not to put you guys down, but I'm trying to say that if it comes down to one or two people inside of Ramsey being here or not being here, whether Ramsey folds up tent or whether Ramsey doesn't make it, then we probably weren't going to make it anyway. And that's so it's,
and they've been through a hard season. I hear you saying that. A lot of people have left, so they're feeling more and more pressure. So you're more and more sensitive to that, which is
and you've heard the family all talks about the ones that left, and you don't want to be one of those, but you're getting ready to be, and that's okay. And you can't you can't be responsible for how someone else decides to interpret all of this.
You guys
you're
young.
not being mean. You're not being unethical. You're not being unkind. You're not being greedy. You're not being any of those things. And anybody that tries to put that on you guys is not telling the truth. Okay? So I would go in with you and your husband, sit down with your uncle, who's the manager, and say, hey, we're going to move on. How can we do that in a way that is the kindest to you and to this place, because we're so grateful for this place? I mean, do you want us to give you a month's notice? Do you want us to leave this minute? What is the best thing for you all? Because we're going to move on, because we can't make any money here. This place is struggling. And, we have
other dreams. We're 22.
Yeah, my husband has a dream. I have a dream of being a chef. I have a dream of being this, and we're going to go live that dream. And how can we do that is the kindest to you and to this place? And we want to be classy. Help us to do that. Teach us. We're young. You're the old wise manager. Teach us how we can be good, how we can leave with class, because we're leaving. And if he tries to pull something that causes you to stay, just smile and say, no, we're not going to be able to stay. How can we leave in a way that's going to be the most helpful?
Yep.
And you may have to repeat yourself a couple of times, it sounds like.
How does that feel, Audrey?
No, I appreciate just knowing that it's not wrong. I know that my uncle is one of the most amazing people.
Tell him that.
He'll be very good at it.
Just tell him that. Just say, we admire you so much. The last thing we'd want to do is hurt you. We think you're one of the most amazing people. But that doesn't change our decision.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people leave here and they go, Dave, you changed my life. And, my family's changed because I got to work at Ramsey. And we'll always be friends. And thank you. You're an amazing leader. And tell me things like that as they're leaving. And then I've had other people give me the bird and walk out the door. So, I mean, it's, but you can decide who you are. It doesn't change who I am, right? It doesn't change who your uncle is. You just have to decide who you are. And that's what we're telling you to do.
Yeah, and I think it's a healthy exercise for you and your husband. You guys you're feeling this nudge to go do something else, and it takes courage. And maybe, at 22, I know you have a little one and all of that, but you're continuing to grow into yourself, Audrey, and into who you guys are as a family, you and your husband. You're making these adult-like steps, and you're facing adult-like conflict and decisions, and it's scary and it's uncomfortable. So, you're good. You're not morally doing anything wrong. So I say that.
What I want you started this conversation stuck, and I want you to leave this conversation not being stuck. That's our goal. Okay. You're not stuck. Wave goodbye with a smile, and do it now, not in a year. Thanks for calling in, hon.